Yes, fellow mobile gaming fanatics, MyTyme here, back with another episode of Mynba2k18, episode number 4, and these have been rolled off pretty quickly because I'm trying to bring you the content as quick as I can. So I have actually leveled up my two cards. As you can see here, I have a regular Epic Prime, fully pro'd, 20 out of 20 are required to go to pro the card. I ignored all the focus types for the moment because I didn't want to use them yet on this card. So it's got 20 out of 60% chance, 20% out of 60% chance of activation. Now I believe if it was fully leveled you get a bonus. I think it adds to the amount you can do. So for example, it would have been an extra 7 on this, or 12, or whatever it would be for the rebound. So it is worth, from what I understand, doing the focus types and increasing your activation chance. But for the purpose of this video and to get it out there, I haven't done that. And then same with Kevin Love, okay, 0 out of 25. So what we'll notice here between the two cards is it's irrelevant to the positions and it's irrelevant to how good the cards are in the tier respectively. It's just to give us an idea of stats. So this was a perfect pro in terms of foil, so 2 foil cards, and this is 2 Epic Prime cards. And as you can notice, Kevin Love has 539 versus 449 in offense, which is 90 increase, that being his best stat or joint best stat, and that being the second worst stat of Yusuf's. Then you've got defense of 508 versus defense of 461, rebound of 539 versus rebound of 497. So you can see even the best stat there is 42 off of him, and playmaking 502 versus 443. Now overall, I believe this equates to be 238 points better, this card. Now if you look and consider that the total, I didn't add them up, so I can do it roughly here. So this is 450 plus 450 would be 9, plus 5 would be 14, plus 450 be about 1850 versus, yeah, it's going to be well over 2000. Yeah, 2 that. Well, in fact, I can work it out by taking 238 off. So yes, you've got 5040, 5040, sorry, 540. So 1080, 1078, 1578, 1586, 1588. 2088 is that versus about 1850, almost bang on if you're taking 238 off. So there's a difference. This card is well over, comfortably over 10% better. This Kevin Love card, sorry, is about 15% better in fact than your Epic Prime. Now I said this could obviously change between cards depending which Epic Prime 4 you got and which regular Epic Prime cards we were looking at. Now I can't show you a card at the moment which is in between these two, but I have these here, so I can always come back and get these stats at a later date and compare a Epic Prime foil with a regular Epic Prime and see if it falls in between and kind of by how much. But that's the idea, guys. So always if you can, try and pro those foils. Don't feed the foils away, keep hold of your foils, try and pro those. The second thing I'm also going to do, which I will just bring to this video as well, as it's talking about decks, is show you my my playoff deck as it currently stands. In fact, let's go to the actual playoff itself. Let's ignore that part of it because I've not done deck 25. So my playoff on autofill leads me a team like this. Now I'd be an epic, and as far as the rewards are concerned, I'll be able to get an Epic Prime if I won. What I'm not going to do is start it yet. I want to bring myself just into the beginning of the Epic Prime tier, so I'll be able to get an elite ward if I win. Once I'm just in, I will start the playoffs. Once the playoffs are underway, I will start leveling up all my cards, the ones which weren't already leveled up, in terms of putting me into the tier. The reason why you're going to do that is so you will get a bigger boost during the games, because if you're near the bottom of the tier, it's going to level you generally with people around the same kind of part of you, rather than being people at the top of the tier. then if you start leveling up your cards, your true value is going to be, say, halfway through the tier, and it's going to give you hopefully an advantage against the people you're paired up against, and give you a better chance of getting towards that finals. At least that way, if you make it to the final, you would get a foil epic prime card and just a regular elite if you won it, because obviously the rewards would be slightly better. So that is what I'm going to go for. I'm assuming that is what you get, because in the epic tier, as I said, you be getting the epic prime as the reward. Possibly if you were in elite tier, you'd get 2 elite cards for winning and 1 foil for coming second, or you'd get maybe a foil and a regular. We'll have to see when I get there. If anyone is in elite tier already, you know, feel free to let me know, but that's what I'm imagining happens. So I'm going to go back now and start playing. I'm going to play a couple of games just while we are on camera, because I haven't got my pull yet for this tier. So if I'm lucky, maybe I will pull one of the epic prime cards that I have as a foil, so I can actually get to work on that and bring you those statistics. So gameplay plays exactly the same as before. Same kind of should we say tactics are being used early on. Computer seems to use its best card if it's a single game first of all, so it's a good way for you to try and keep some of your better cards towards the end, and then try and win it on the last game. So as we go here, we'll get the victory, gets the extra pick. I'm not going to do the ads because of saving time, but yep, the ads, those 4 picks, pretty good people, pretty good. Okay, once again, extra picks really handy in this game. You're going to need all the fodder you can get, especially when you're starting out. As you move through the tiers, it becomes easier because you'll have old rare cards, old ultra rare cards, yeah, rare cards, ultra rare cards that you no longer need, even epic cards that you've trained up and you were using and you're no longer using, and you can start to feed those into your new cards to give them a massive XP boost. When you're starting though, using all those commons, uncommons, they do take a while, especially if you're using some of the rares as well. You're going to need to get to work on trying to get board pools, feeding away those cards quickly, leveling those cards up to get yourself as high up in the tiers as you can. I don't want, it's not so much an emphasis, but the sooner you get into rare tier, the sooner you get into ultra rare tier, the more frequently you're going to be getting pulls of those tiers, and obviously the better cards you're going to get, and the more chance you're going to be have of having those kind of pros. If you're in elite tier, you're still going to be able to pull epic prime cards, epic cards. You're just going to have a greater frequency of them. So let's just see if we can get one here. What is our freebie going to be? Not this game. Okay, hopefully next one, hopefully next one. So yeah, I'm not going to push myself right to the top of epic prime yet, because there's no point me making it more difficult for myself. The only reason I'm going to do that is if it pushes me into epic prime plus, then yes. If I've got enough fodder to get into epic prime plus, then I'll do that, because that again increases the opportunity of me maybe getting another quick pull, getting another epic prime card, and as a result could help me. If not, if I'm going to be stuck at the top of this tier, then there's no point. I don't need to be playing harder people than they need to be. I'd rather stay towards the bottom of the tier until I can comfortably put myself into the bottom of the tier above. So that's the plan here. We'll play a few more games, then I'll go for a big train up on a couple of these guys, see if I can push myself through. If not, I'll just pull one of them out until I have enough training fodder to put my whole team up into the next tier. So bit of luck guys, I'll be on this next pull and then we could be done. So I'm looking for a Rohan Rondo, and I've got him. I'm looking for, I think it's, is it Avery? I think it's Avery Bradley, and I think it's Otto Porter Jr. I think they, I can't actually remember. Honestly can't remember. I think they were my epic prime foils. Or did I have another Kevin Love? Did I have a second? No, I don't think. I think my other Kevin Loves were all regular, weren't they? Yeah, I think it was those two. Anyway, let's see. I'll have a rough idea if I've had the card before or not, so I'll be able to kind of, last card, look at this, god damn it. Okay, this will be the last game people before we go, apologies for that. Yes, so let me know what tiers you're in. Has anyone had any packs since? How are they going? As I said, my previous video does stand. There we go, there's nice. So Daniele Gallinari, looking nice, 20 out of 20. Nice, nice. Yeah, previous video stands. If we get enough likes, I will go for it again. See if I can get myself something half decent. I'm imagining that Gallinari is somebody who maybe they've already used their free pro bonus. Maybe they're holding it. As you can see, they'll be holding mine, especially until I know what happens in this game. Anyway, Epic Prime. Here we go. Will it allow me to achieve? Definitely don't have Paul Millsap. Historic Paul Millsap as well. Okay, not upset with the card at all. It's cool. It's another Epic Prime. That was my freebie. We'll just pick the one more here for the sake of it. That's going to be me signing out, guys. Before we do, let's just actually have a look at what those cards were that I was aiming for, because I can't remember. Just for myself as well, as I'll be playing, I can. Okay, Brandon Ingram, Rudy Gay, Otto Porter, Owen Rondo. I do have the Kevin Love. I do have a Kevin Love, and Ish Thomas, Avery Bradley. Okay, cool. Well, that's what I'll be hoping to pull over the weekend, to be able to get some pros there. I'm done with packs for now, guys. It's up to you whether I get more. You decide. Give me the likes, I get more. If not, I'm done. I'm going to see if I can play through now, get myself into elite tier from just playing the game. Got a chance, and I'm also going to get myself in one of those playoffs pretty soon and bring you my opinions on those. I'm not going to comment on playoffs until I start them. Anyway, thank you for watching. I've been MyTyme. Have a good weekend, people. I look forward to bringing you my progress after the weekend.